Bada bing, bada boom.
Straight to it, huh? Straight like
Bada
that, huh?
bing, bada boom.
Oh
Hey
my God.
yo, hey
Very
yo,
excited today. I
hey
see.
yo. Hey, because
Very ex-
this is the crazy weekend. It was a crazy weekend, bro.
All right.
Oh man. Well, you got it, I got it.
I'm gonna let you rock. You got
All
it.
right, all right. Welcome back to the pod, you guys. We are the fourth rounders. We are out here talking football, man. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. We'll talk to you. I got a couple comments today that we're gonna talk about. I've seen them online, so I took a picture of them, so we're gonna talk about those. But leave a comment so we
Okay.
can talk to you guys. I forgot about that. But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in with us every single week. If you watch this on Spotify, or you listening to this on Apple Podcasts, make sure you leave a 5-star rating for us. And just share the podcast, man. Share it to your boys that like football, that want to hear some entertaining stuff, want to hear some wild comments, some controversial comments. That's what we do here. so
Right, that
uh
part, yeah.
we are Skip and what's the other dude?
Shannon,
Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless on a budget. Okay, that's what we are.
it was that the comment?
No, it wasn't the comment.
Oh, I was gonna say that's a crazy comment. That'd be a
No, that's just what I was
crazy
saying.
ass comment.
But hey, man, we just out here we just doing stuff that we love to do, man. We love talking football and, it's fun. So might as well, right? But we got some other
Yeah,
content we working on, so don't worry about that. But how you doing before we get into this weekend? Because this weekend was wild. Talk about a wild
yeah.
card weekend. It was wild. How you doing?
Better, better as of today.
What happened?
I had food poisoning over the weekend.
Ooh,
Um,
okay, Keith Lee.
yeah, right. And speaking of that, because I was definitely going to talk about that. Yeah, man. I don't know. Friday I went to work and I went to like this little snack bar area that I used to go to in Stinson Beach or whatever to go grab some food real quick. Because it was Friday and I was driving all day. Like, mind you, I go to work at 6:30 and I was driving for 6 hours straight, really, like more or less. I didn't really eat breakfast or nothing. So I'm like, all right, let me grab me something to eat real quick. And so I could just help pass the time. And then, mind you, some told me to hesitate because I'm like, they just told me, one of my work coworkers called me and it was like, hey, we got burritos back at the office. Just, let me know what you want. I got you. I said, oh, okay, cool, bet. But I'm like, I got like an hour and a half before I get back out there. So I'm like, all right, let me just grab something to snack on real quick before I get back to the house. Because by the time I get back to the office, it's going to be ready for me to go. I'm going to just take my burrito with me when I get off work. Cool, right? Fast forward, I go to the little snack bar. I give me something simple. Like usually I go there often. I give me like a burger and fry because their burger and fry is relatively good. I was like, you know what? Let me try something a little different. Let me just get some chicken tenders as a surprise.
That's what you messed up.
Fam. I got back to the office. It felt like it was a knot in my stomach. Like a whole knot in my stomach. I couldn't even explain it. Like I couldn't even use the bathroom.
Was the
Like it
chicken
was
not
like
cooked?
I don't know if they used the bad. I don't know if the chicken was bad or the oil was bad. I don't know. All I know is it felt like it was a knot in my stomach and I couldn't really use the bathroom. Fast forward, I got off work, I got home. I was like, you know what? I'm not really feeling too well. Let me just lay down real quick because I was planning on going to my girl house after I got off work. I'm like, you know what? I'm not feeling too good. Let me just chill, lay down. I took some Pepto, took some Tums, took some Tylenol, I took hella shit. Um, the next you know, woke up. It was like 8:30. Still felt bad. I'm like, I called her. I'm like, look, I ain't feeling too well. It's too good. I'm gonna just stay home. Or at least I'm gonna just stay home for the night, and then I'm gonna say I'm feeling in the morning. I'm gonna slide through tomorrow, bro. I went to sleep. I woke up at like 2 in the morning and had to go throw up. Cause
Oh
like
gosh.
you ever had so I had diarrhea and I had to throw up. So you ever had like for me personally, like I can't go to if I know I gotta throw up, I can't go to sleep. Like my body just doesn't like if I could feel it in my chest like I want to throw up, I won't be able to go back to sleep. I have to get that out. And
Yeah.
that's how I felt. So I threw up just a little bit, not too much, but I really had like diarrhea OD for like 24 to 48 hours was
Gotta get that
O
Pepto.
OD. I did Pepto right here.
Yay! That pink
OD
stuff.
OD diarrhea. Um. So yeah, pretty much I stayed at home all weekend and watched football. That's it. That's literally all I did. That's all I could do. I couldn't go outside
Almost
because I
living
was
the life.
done.
Almost living the life.
Not really, because I was stuck in my bed. I was getting old. Like my body's like you ever lay somewhere too long to the part where your body start hurting? Like I was laying in the bed for so long that when I tried to get up, I was so stiff. I'm like, damn, I'm getting old. That's not
Yeah,
fun.
you gotta go at least sit on the couch or something.
Something. And I definitely didn't do that. So yeah. Yeah, diarrhea and football. DF. How
I
about you,
mean,
brother?
it kind of sums up the wild card weekend a little bit, but no, I'm
Facts.
doing good. I think you jinxed me because last week you were saying my skin was looking immaculate, and this week got some blemishes. I don't know if you can see, but I got where's it this side? Oh, it's on this side. Got a cut right there. No, as Keith Lee said, we out here trying to survive in the bay. Sometimes people be pulling up on you. Whoop de whoop thing come one bang bang. Feel me? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Nah, I was shaving. I went a little too high and I just cut myself. And I keep opening it.
Why you
So like
shaving at your cheekbone so high?
my hair goes like up here, bro. Like, yeah, I'm
Um,
I'm a hairy person. So like when I shave, like it's like up here. So I was like gonna go on top of it and come down. And when I did
mhm,
that, it like grabbed my skin and just, cut it. But I keep reopening it because like after I take a shower, I'm like wiping my face off to try to get
mhm.
dry, and it just like swipes it and
Yeah,
just starts bleeding again. And I'm like,
yeah.
man,
Stop cleaning your
yeah.
face.
Oh wait, wait. Stop
Stop,
cleaning my face.
stop cleaning your face. At least until it heals. I'm not saying like,
Oh
oh, you put.
man.
So like, there's a certain part of your face that you just gotta not touch because you gotta let it heal. So that part,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Well, that's basically what's going on with me right now over here. And then there's like a big pimple over here. But yeah, you jinxed me last week.
So before we get into the football content, do you want to just say that I'm right or was I right when I called it about the Keith Lee situation?
Oh gosh, we're gonna dive into Keith Lee real quick.
Yeah, we got. I
I
think we
mean,
have to, right? I think we had a nice little segment about it, and like, okay, here's my thing, right? I'm gonna just speak my piece about it because I didn't really like as it played out because mind you, literally, I think after we recorded, I think everything went down within the span of 24 to 48 hours. I think
yeah.
that by that Thursday he had left, right?
Yeah, he was gone.
So I don't know. I had a lot of mixed reviews about it. I had a lot of mixed opinions about it. I had a lot of mixed feelings about it. um I didn't necessarily know how to feel about it because like for me it was kind of like okay, like I kind of called it, but from what I've gathered and from people I've talked to about it, like I can see their point of view of like there was certain things about that situation that just didn't add up. um you know what I'm saying? And not to knock, I think in a nutshell, I think the Bay Area needs to look in the mirror. I agree with that. I think that the reality was that we are so like prideful because like we always are slept on in a sense when it comes to a
Mm-hmm.
lot of things. So when like anybody says something negative, we're always like forget you and where you from and where you stand on. So, I think that at least when it came to the food, I think that a lot of the food that we grew up on probably is not the best, but it's part
I
of
don't
our
think he
childhood.
went to it.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. And that's where I'm saying I'm gonna get to that part. So there's two sides to it. I think we not sure where he went, right? Because he said he went to like 6 spots and he didn't post none of the content because quote unquote it didn't feel constructive, right? Regardless, I think you supposed to post those in general. Like you just gotta let it fly. Personally speaking, I think you should just let those fly. But there was also a lot of content creators, especially food critics that's from out here that was just like, yo, like a lot of y'all like y'all promote y'all pick these spots, but a lot of these spots are probably really not that good, but they're such part of your childhood that that's all you
Mm-hmm.
really know. And I can't really knock somebody for that, but
Wasn't
that's kind of
that
is what
what's
it
his
is.
name? Mike or whatever?
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like he had mentioned that, and I'm like, that's
Yeah.
kind of true. Cause like I'm pretty sure most of the food that we enjoy, some of it may be legit good, but like as far as like being top tier quality, where like everybody should go, most of the places people gonna recommend are not really that, if we being honest. Um, but yeah, I think how it played out, I think was very unfortunate. Yeah, and the Bay Area just need to change, bro, because like that was for that to be our experience, and for like out of every place he's went to, that was the experience he got from here. That's just not a good look. It's just not.
For him to say
And
we are Gotham City, it's like, bro.
no, 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 no. But people called it like people from out here called it Gotham City. It wasn't him.
Mm-hmm.
He got that from what people said out here, and he not lying. Like the Bay Area, if you go in between Oakland and San Francisco, that is Gotham City, whether you like it or not. If you drive through certain parts of Oakland and you drive through certain parts of the city, I swear to God, if it's the right like weather, if it's cloudy or whatever, it'll look like Gotham City. I kid you not. And he
Mm-hmm.
not lying. But all the homeless and people out here, like, it's insane. So it's
Yeah.
like it's hard to promote that. It's hard to promote that when it's like, bro, y'all got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
Because the food might be okay, but like, dog, you got this spot that's in Oakland, mind you, people getting their cars broken into life and right, probably right around the corner. Somebody right up the street from this bomb ass burrito shop just got shot up at. Is that somewhere where I really want to promote people to go? Where I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure everywhere else he's going, that shit ain't really happening like that. Like people are going to get food and getting their car broken into right up the street or right
Yeah.
in front of the restaurant.
You literally gotta like leave your car unlocked and windows open just so people will like walk by and be like, "Oh, they ain't got nothing. I'm gonna leave them alone."
Like who like I don't think nowhere else you got to deal with something like that. Personally speaking, I could be wrong, but I think for me, like for what I've seen, we have a burglary issue or robbery issue badly to the point where like a lot of the good food spots that's in those areas is not really worth visiting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so for me, it was tough. I kind of called it though, because even the spots he did recommend or he did rate, they were still literally probably above mid, but still kind of mid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I
Nah,
just
I
wanted to say,
think I was done with the video once I seen that he had to go to the hospital because of allergies. Because
yeah, that
they're
was tough.
yeah,
That
they
was
didn't want to wash
bad.
the grill. I was like, come on, guys. Like,
That's bad.
uh
Uh,
people
you
out in the
telling
bay
me
just be ignorant.
ignorant, bro? Like you telling me you didn't want to wash the grill? That's what. Just terrible, bro. And it's like,
Yeah.
and also on top of that, I think Keith Lee got to stop acting like he's not a celebrity, too. He has
Yeah.
to. He look okay. Here's my thing, right? And just rock with me, right? I get it, right? He wants to appear like he's a human, like he's just a regular normal guy. Da da da. He speaks all that. That's cool, fam. You have 11 million followers. You can't say that anymore. That doesn't
You
mean
got
nothing.
11 million eyes.
Now,
You got
11 million
22
eyes
million
on
eyes on you.
bro, bro. Once there was a thing called the Keith Lee effect, you are no longer a regular human being, whether you like it or not.
Mhm.
You have a power to influence and change the thoughts of millions of people, right? And it's just like, fam, that's just not gonna slide no more. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's kind of what you
It's
signed
just
up
not.
for.
It's what you signed up for better or for worse, right? It just comes with the territory.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because like you go from, oh, I'm gonna go, you go from, and it's not no shade to him. Like, I'm happy for Bruh's success. Like that shit fire. I wish I would have, if I would have knew, I would have just made hella food comments. But you go from, you go from, oh, you doing food reviews in your daughter's low dinner table seat. But
Mm-hmm.
now you doing food reviews at your house and you got a bunch of Jordans that cost thousands of dollars behind you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now you in a rental sprinter van going from city to city. Like
Like this, you're not a regular
that's not
human being no
normal.
more.
That's not
That's not
normal.
normal, bro. That's not normal. So yeah, man, it was very unfortunate because it made the Bay look bad. Like
Yeah.
that whole situation made the Bay look bad. And it was just like, yeah, that's kind of where we at, man. Where
We don't know
I'm
where our
like this
tax dollars are going. That's basically what's going on.
and pretty much. And it's
You
like,
go down the
yo,
street like, hey,
and
there's a
look, and
pothole everywhere.
everywhere. And it's like, bro, we know, right? We know that we know that we have good food spots, right? But it's like, you know, more or less, I think on average you'll find stuff that's relatively mid. And I think the people that was recommending stuff was probably a little above mid at best, but they was relatively mid. So
Yeah.
I was
I was
surprised.
I was like, bro, you went to a taco stand that ain't got no Mexicans back there. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
You know what
Oh
I'm
my
saying?
gosh.
I guess that's kind of on the lines of where, like, for example, when he went to New York and he went to go get the salmon chopped cheese,
Like, what are
who
you doing?
like what are you doing? Like, I know nobody recommended that to you. Ain't no way nobody recommended you a salmon grilled cheese. I mean chopped cheese. Sorry. My bad, New Yorkers. Don't I don't wanna I
You
don't
don't
wanna
want that
cause
smoke.
I don't want that smoke, man.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Oh well. Hopefully, well, I don't know. We'll see if Keith Lee ever comes back this way. But I heard people were like, "Oh, y'all should have came down to San Jose or Santa Clara. Like, we actually got the good food out here, which they do.
And
They got
and
good
that's
food
the
over
and
there."
that and that's the other issue, right? It's too many cities to account for.
Hmm.
To account for in the Bay Area. Like you got Oakland, San Francisco, San Jose, Berkeley, Union City, um, Castro Valley, little
Richmond of
hole in the wall,
Vallejo.
Richmond, Vallejo, Hercules, Pinole, Concord, Brentwood, Sacramento,
I don't know about
Antioch.
Brentwood. I don't
They
know
still
about
they would
Brentwood.
still be considered Bay Area in most
Ah,
contexts,
nah,
whatever.
nah, nah.
But I'm just saying though, we went through like 10 to 12 cities, and we didn't even name them all. We didn't name San Mateo, Burlingame, Daly City. Like, there's a lot of cities that got pretty good food that I don't think for the most part he would be able to get a grasp of the whole Bay Area culture. And let's be honest, if it ain't Mexican food or Asian food, most of the other stuff gonna be relatively
Yeah.
mid.
Well, what do you
And
like?
maybe
That's
Indian
what we
food,
do. We
yeah.
do
Indian
Hispanic
food
and we
too.
do Asian. Like,
Indian food,
that's what we
yeah,
do.
for sure, for sure.
But
Because
they gotta
like
be
most of the
made by them. Made by
For
them.
sure. Because most of the other spots, like most of like if there's like a soul food spot or whatever, it's usually a hole in the wall or somebody running it out their house. Straight up. There's not really no
Yeah.
good soul food spots like that out here. And it's really like maybe there's probably some good Indian spots and stuff like that. Thai food good out here. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But yeah. So compared to the other food he was getting from other places, if he was trying to get something similar out here, like the soul food and stuff, you're not getting that, bro. You
Yeah, no.
getting
You don't
yeah,
come out here to get soul food.
nah, that ain't it, chief.
Yeah.
So
Well, all good.
yeah.
I mean, that was last week, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we can redeem ourselves one day. But
Ah,
until then, let's get into some football, man. We had a week end, bro. Talk about a wild card, bro. So many upsets, bro. We went what was it? Two and four?
no. Well, I wouldn't say upsets. I think that
Just
hold on,
underdogs
wait,
taking over the game. We went 2-4 in
wait,
our
wait, come on,
record.
wait, two and four. Okay,
On our predictions from last week, we only
yes,
got
for
two games
sure.
right.
Right, but here's the thing, right? I think I don't really necessarily consider that an underdog because I think that first of all, I think
The
everybody that
Bucks and the
won.
Eagles?
Okay, let's talk. Okay, but that's my thing, though, right? Like we could talk about the Eagles game. The
The
Eagles,
Browns getting blown out by the Texans?
okay, but there's a context to that, bro. I think there's context for both of that. Let's just dissect one game at a time, please.
Packers?
The Eagles game, the Eagles game, the Eagles game was a little bit different in the sense that they have been struggling relatively all year, and unfortunately, they never really got. You could just tell like they pretty much tucked it in for the season.
I would say all year. They
Um,
were like 10-1, and then they
yes,
just
they were
lost
10.
every game after that.
Okay, but here's my thing with that, right? And I think anybody that understands this would vouch. I think that all 10 and ones are not the same. Yes, they found way to win games for sure, but I would say compared to last year they looked at a lot more dominant, especially offensively and defensively, and especially on defense. This year they couldn't stop a nosebleed. That was just
Defense
prevalent,
was
right?
horrible this past game.
Defense was terrible.
They couldn't make a
So
tackle.
right. So, like, with that being said, I think that with the change of coaching, definitely played a huge factor into that. And you can say it was obvious. Jalen Hurts never looked at this. He didn't look the same all year. He didn't seem confident. He
Hmm.
was over guessing. He was second guessing himself. He was forcing stuff that he didn't need to force. And overall, this whole season was just a circus show. And it was evident on how it played out because once you see how, you know, Tampa Bay, comes in there or, comes at home and take care of business like that is very, you could just tell the Philadelphia, once they went on that losing streak, they just was out of sync and they never could bounce back from that. Then you play the game without your best receiver and AJ Brown. Devontae Smith had a hell of a game, but still literally just offensively just couldn't get it going. But needless to say, yes, they were 10-1, right? But if you look at their schedule, and even with their 10-1 schedule, I don't think there was really any outside of that one run, that series of games where they played the Dolphins, the Chiefs, the Cowboys, and the Bills, and they won that little stretch. I think up to that point when they played the Patriots, the Vikings, Bucks, Commanders, Rams, nobody really felt like they were a good team at all.
Hmm.
And even when they beat the other teams, they did make miraculous comebacks, but there was a feeling with the Philadelphia Eagles when even when they played last year, there was a swagger, there was a camaraderie that you just didn't see this year. They just didn't have
Yeah.
that juice. It's kind of hard to explain. I mean, obviously by the numbers, they definitely wasn't as good, and I think that was pretty inevitable. But there was a feeling, there was a vibe with that team that you just didn't get this year. And I think that with the change of coaching and how up and down they were, yes, they were 10-1 at a point, but literally once they lost to y'all, they lost by 20. They lost to the Seahawks. They beat the Giants, but then they lost to the Cardinals and the Giants on the back end. It was tough. It was tough for them.
Yeah.
It was very unfortunate, but
I think this year it just really came down to the defense just falling apart because their offense is elite. Like they got a really good offense. They just weren't playing well together for some reason these past couple of weeks. But like for them to have that offense that they had, like Jalen Hurts is not a bad quarterback. AJ Brown is arguably one of the best receivers in the game, probably a top five receiver right now. Devontae Smith is not another dude to just, bypass. He's really good as well. And then you got Swift in the backfield who came off a great season last year with the Lions. Like their offensive line, like you got one of like the best offensive line in the game. Like their offense wasn't the problem. It was just straight the defense. The defense could not do what they needed to do. And then the coaches. It's just defense and coaches. That's all that what happens, what fell apart. But
so
they still got a great offense.
So this year, yeah, offense was relatively the same. They were seventh out of 32 as far as ranking, and then a point, and then for defense, they were ranked 30th.
Yeah.
They were one of the worst
See,
defensively compared to last year, where they was ranked third in offense and ranked eighth in defense.
yeah, because even this past game, they had Julio Jones come in and take the place of AJ Brown to kind of help him out. And this is Julio Jones playing against his former team they just got traded from. So it's like you got to go crazy. But I don't know. It's just that defense. I mean, there's not too many guys left that are really, really good on that defense. I mean, Slay is good, but like other than that, there's not too many guys on there that you can like say like, oh, they're a Pro Bowler, or they're like an elite player.
Yeah, they had a bad year. I think a lot of these players, I think more or less, they didn't really lose anybody, but it just seems like they kind of lost a step. Brandon Graham didn't really play that great. I mean, Slay was okay, but he had moments of him getting torched
Yeah.
throughout the year. Bradbury was a problem all year. He couldn't get right. Then
Hey,
they tried to
Debo was right about him.
right. Then they tried to sign Shaquille Leonard. That didn't work out. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that goes on from there from them. I
Mhm.
don't know what I was just trying to say, but I don't know what the next move is for them. Definitely will have to do some soul searching, and clearly it was a lot of issues because they were arguing on the sideline every other game. It seems like.
Mhm.
But I think also too, I think it has double coaching. I think it's inevitable, man. I think that um Hurts might need to have a better system. You know what I'm saying? And it's very unfortunate for them. I think they're probably going to change coaches. It's definitely the defensive coordinator. I think he's out of there.
Yeah.
Because he's was terrible. Um, as far as the OC, I think the OC can stay, but I think they definitely need some work, and I think they'll be okay. But they definitely got to do some soul searching. And first and well, lastly, congrats to Kelsey, Jason Kelsey, calls it a career. And yeah, salute to him. probably a first ballot Hall of Famer whenever he's done. There's allegedly his brother is going to probably retire this year when he's done as well. So we'll see how that plays out.
No more Kelsey brothers.
Probably no more
No more
Kelsey brothers. I
Kansas
just
City Travis Kelsey.
probably on the podcast, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's
That's
what I
all
have
you're
to
gonna
call
get
it
from
now
them.
because all my wife knows is Kansas, like Travis Kelsey.
Oh,
So
Travis
whenever I
Kelsey.
talk about KC, I always have to be like, "Oh, the Travis Kelseys," and she's like, "Oh, okay, I know who those are."
Wow.
Yeah, just because of
Okay.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, but the Eagles was out of there. Okay, let's talk about the Texans, right? Texans game. I picked the Browns, I think,
Bro.
right? Now,
Yeah, we both picked the Browns.
up until the third quarter, the game was relatively close. Like it was never out of reach. I think that Joe Flacco played a good game until he threw those pick sixes.
Mm.
It was just literally that simple. I think
Back to
CJ
back.
Stroud, yeah, that deflated the whole game. Because up to that point it was relatively close. Joe Flacco, CJ Stroud were definitely battling it out. CJ Stroud looked like he looked like the real deal. Um, Definitely very composed in the pocket, made a lot of plays that day. Didn't let the blitz get to him. Really dissected the defense really well. I was very impressed, especially for a quarterback. His first, playoff game. But shout out to the coaches, definitely created a good game plan for him. But yeah, it was a very good game, I thought, until, like I said, Joe Flacco threw them two picks, and then it kind of took the steam out of the game because it was, like I said, it was pretty close. And Joe Flacco, man, I didn't think he was gonna lay this bad of a game, man. He definitely dropped the ball. And I was like, damn.
Man.
And I was hyping him too because I was like, man, don't sleep on Joe Flacco. I know what Joe Flacco do. So yeah,
Yeah.
Joe Flacco, man.
Nah, he fell asleep. He need
Yeah,
to
he
go
for
home
sure fell
with his
asleep.
kids.
He fell asleep at the wheel at the game. He fell asleep. He was ready to
Yeah.
go home, man. But
Nah, it was insane to
yeah,
watch. I mean, just to see CJ Stroud go out there and just put on the performance he did, dang, man. He's gonna have a good career. He's gonna have a very good career coming up. Okay, can we start
he's
saying that DeMarco is really that guy? The way he
he's a great
coaches,
coach.
the
He's
way
a
he
great
can
coach.
pull the team together, especially a defense, for that defense to go out there and do that. Oh my goodness, that
He's a great
guy.
coach. Can
Oh,
we can well yeah well it's kind of early, but CJ Stroud's probably in my top 10, top 5 ish.
yeah, I say
He's
like top 10.
getting
I
top
wouldn't
10.
put top 5 yet, but top 10. He's having a great season.
Well, hey man, more or less, he was somewhere between 5 and 10, kind of
Yeah, he's in
ish,
there. He's in there.
somewhere. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, man. Like I said, it wasn't really too many upsets. Obviously, you have KC versus Miami. Miami proving it to be frauds. And like I said, time and time again,
Hey, you
Dallas.
saw Sneed locking down Tyreek Hill?
Oh yeah, he couldn't go
He
nowhere,
played
and
physical.
that was bad. Well, but here's my question. So, out of all the games that happened, because obviously there was a lot of them, in your opinion, which game was the worst loss? Out of all the games you watch, which team you think had the worst loss? There's a lot of losses, right? You have Miami going down to Kansas City.
I gotta
You
say it
got
was the Cowboys. The
mm,
Cowboys and the Packers, like nobody saw this bad of a loss coming. I know we talk about like the Cowboys choking the playoffs, which they do every single year, but
yeah.
like the Cowboys, I think we're on like a 16 game winning streak or something like that up until this game. And like
Hmm.
for them to go, they were at home, and you have a rookie quarterback coming in here who barely made it into the playoffs, and he's coming to your house, and this man ate up all your food in your refrigerator and just left the door wide open and went home. Like still, he came in there and took everything. Dak Prescott, as I have said for a very long time, is not a good quarterback, and we kind of seen that happen this past game with Dak Prescott not doing too well. Him and CD Lamb were even arguing with each other because they were just not in sync and they were just frustrated. The defense, I don't know what was going on with them. They could not do anything against the run game. Like Jones was just running straight up into people's faces and just knocking them down. Like that's all he was doing. I don't know if Micah Parsons was even playing this game because I didn't hear anything about Micah Parsons. Mister, I should have got the award, not Nick Bosa guy over here talking
Nah, Nick
trash
Bosa
about
be
like,
having. I mean, Nick Bosa be having them type of games too. Let's not act
yeah,
like it's just him.
yeah,
Let's not act
but
like it's just
but
him.
uh,
Nick
but
Bosa
he
be having a few of those.
but Micah Parsons be over here
But
talking trash to the whole team. Nick Bosa just stay quiet and do what he do. But Micah Parsons, he be talking trash.
like I could say some stuff about Nick Bosa, but that he be saying, but we ain't gonna go there. We ain't
But
gonna go there. Go
anyway,
ahead.
yeah, no, I just this defense was not clicking. They were not doing what they need to do. They couldn't stop the run game. That's basically what killed them with these points. But then to see the offense struggle the way that they did, and just see like the Packers come in there and just throw up so many points on them. I was like, bro, what is going on? I mean, I'm happy because all the teams that I was quote unquote worried about for playing with the Niners are all eliminated. So I think it's a free ride to the Super Bowl now, basically. I don't know if there's any teams that I really stressing about besides maybe the Lions, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, it was just that blowout was insane just to see the Cowboys go down at home. And oh my gosh, yeah. Good job, Packers. Good job.
Yeah, I agree. I think it would be the Packers game. Um, Definitely didn't expect that to happen. I think we both picked the Cowboys, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we did.
But like I said, I've definitely been a fan of Jordan Love all year. And I think he just proved that he's one of them too. It's crazy because I think him and CJ Stroud dinner had identical stats as far as performance wise. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think Dallas just proved that they are who we thought they were. And no matter how good their record is, they always just seem to have these weird moments of like when it matters most that they drop the ball. And that's all
Mm-hmm.
that I mean, that's literally what happened. I mean, Green Bay came out on fire. Jordan Love picking the defense apart. The wide receiver core had a great game.
Alexander
And
going off, getting those two picks.
yeah, he had a great game. And I just think that Alexander had 2 picks. No, he didn't have 2 picks. He had one.
They had two picks.
No, he had one. Savage had the other one. Savage scored one.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, yeah, man, I don't know. I think that the Dallas one had to be the worst one, especially with all the expectations. With them doing what they did to win the division, and to pretty much have, with the Eagles struggling the way they were, nobody really respected the Lions. So it's kind of between you and the Niners as far as getting to the Super Bowl. Um, with all the expectations behind Dallas, I think this was probably the worst loss they had, and especially the way that they went out. Because more or less the score says 48-32, but the game was relatively over in the third quarter.
Yeah, no, it's done.
Yeah, I mean, like rest of the stuff, like Dak Prescott with 41 for 60 for 403 yards. Half that stuff was garbage point, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. I the Dallas man. It amazes me what happens is when it's playoff time because they're just not the same team that you've seen all year. But to be fair, not even say to be fair, but Dallas has I think had a tendency to not really play good against good teams as far as defensively. The defense could look good against scrubs, but I guess the below 500 teams, but against the top teams, it seemed like their defense never was really up to par to their standards, and it was inevitable in the playoffs. Man, I think the wide receiver core of Green Bay made them look stupid. There were so many players I've seen where Jordan Love was throwing at the players wide open. Nobody's near him,
Bro,
whether it's a blown
nobody.
coverage. Nobody's within 10, 15 yards of him, and Aaron Jones being able pretty much to run wherever he wanted and not get tackled. People just arm tackling. It was terrible. It was very bad. It was very bad. Um, that Dallas game. The Dolphins game is a close second, but the only reason I give them a pass is because of the weather conditions, and I just know
Yeah.
that the Dolphins are not really they're
You can't
that's
play in the
not
cold.
you just can't their play style doesn't fit the cold. So I mean I wasn't really surprised by that result. But all the other games were kind of like not that bad, but the Cowboys one was definitely the worst, I would say,
Yeah.
for
No,
sure.
ain't nothing worse than the Cowboys. They got man. See them cowgirls, bro. You feel me? They them cowgirls.
Yeah, they're bad. They're very, very bad. I don't know what. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they do from here either. Because I think McCarthy is fired. I think that as far as the team construction, I think the team kind of got to stay as is and run it back. I mean, they can get a different coach. I mean, I've been hearing rumors about Bill Belichick maybe won that spot, or them cutting McCarthy to get Bill Belichick, or maybe if John Harbaugh want that spot, he can have it. So who knows? I definitely believe it's going to be a coaching change. But as far as Dak Prescott, they're probably the best option as far as quarterback concerned. There's really no other
Well, he
better
was supposed to
quarterback.
get like a contract extension or increase or something like that. Like a
Yeah, for sure. And he probably
yeah.
will. Because I mean, there's really no good other quarterback in the market better than him. He the best quarterback that they probably can get. What?
Cooper Rush.
Okay, now you just being disrespectful.
Hey
Very
yo,
good.
Cooper Rush took over when he was out.
Yeah, that's fine. And he's a backup quarterback.
Trey
Where is he now?
Lance,
Where is he now?
backup quarterback.
Exactly.
Let him play.
No, he's the backup quarterback for a reason. He's not that good. Respectfully, he's not that good.
Okay.
He's not that good. Okay.
Okay.
Trust me, a lot of quarterbacks would look good if they had a top tier offense. But once you put them by themselves and they got to produce, they look a lot different. Okay, yeah, just leave it at
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You saw what's his name get knocked out? Uh Stafford?
Oh yeah, he definitely got my
Bruh.
concussion. Shout out to the Rams, man. They had a hell of a game. I definitely wanted the Rams to win that one very bad. That was a really really
Hey.
good game.
I
That
told
was a
you
really good
someone was
game.
telling me go back and pick the Lions.
Really really good game. And that was and more or less it wasn't more it. That game was very interesting because that game went back and forth, and like for me, the Lions got out early, but I was telling my homeboy, I'm like, look, just relax. This not going to be a blowout because he was like, man, it's over already. I think it was like 14-3 or something like that. And I'm like, look, this ain't them. The Rams is not the line. The Rams is not the Cowboys at all.
Mhm.
So and
They
little
got a
did they
shot to
know,
come back.
they got a shot to come back, and they did come back, and they took the lead, and it was a back and forth game, man, and I was talking to my homeboy about it, and I was mad because I was like, man, when it got to the end of the game, I really thought he was gonna let him go for it on 4th and 15 and just try.
Hmm.
Because for me, how I was looking at it was, yes, the defense had stopped them in the second half, but for me, I think I'm such a fan of moments. For me, I'm a fan of a moment. And me, I wanted Matthew Stafford to really like, I'm him. I got my boys, 4th and 15. I'm better than y'all. I'm for the win us this game. That's what I wanted personally.
Yeah.
Clearly, coach didn't see it that way, and he punted it, and the rest was history. That Jared Goff made a couple plays and got a couple first downs, and that was game. But yeah, shout out to the Detroit man. Won their first game in 30 years. I think the last time they won a playoff game, we wasn't born. So shout out to them. Um, and they play the Buccaneers next. It's probably gonna be another win for them. So yeah,
Yeah.
salute to the Pats. But I wanted the Rams to play because I wanted them to play y'all so bad. I wanted the Rams to play the Niners so bad because I'm like they was gonna send y'all asses home.
No,
Oh
bro.
my god.
No, bro.
Y'all ain't had no answer for the core. None of the quarters you got can guard the core. That's a fact. None of them could guard the core.
Okay. Did you see what Ward did to Metcalf?
Metcalf is trash. Nuku is better than Metcalf. Metcalf is not that good. I just want to let you know that, right? Don't have Metcalf as a standard. He's not that good. He's not. He's not. He's a little above average when it comes to receivers. I think anybody would agree
Would
with
you
that.
put him in the
Metcalf is
top
not that.
10?
No. Hell
You would have
no.
put Metcalf in the top 10?
No.
That's disrespectful.
No, it's
He's
not.
he's our Megatron.
You clearly
Calvin
don't watch.
Johnson?
Okay, you must be talking from
This is Calvin Johnson.
no. You must be talking from like a physique standpoint, sure, but from a talent and a production standpoint, he's not close. Please don't embarrass yourself right now.
What are
Don't.
you talking
Okay,
about?
so list your top 10 receivers
Hold
right
on,
now.
bro.
List your top 10 receivers. List them right now.
That's really hard to do because there's a lot of good receivers. But
That's my
I would say
point.
Metcalf has to be at least in the top 10.
Okay, okay. Diggs, is he a top 10 receiver?
Yes.
Devontae Adams,
Yes.
Tyreek Hill,
Yes.
Jamar Chase,
Yes.
Jettas.
Yes.
Let's see. Now I gotta think a little bit.
See, you get there and you're like,
Wait,
wait.
wait, 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 wait. Because I'm trying to think of other receivers like clear as day, and I can't because my brain is not working that well
Yeah,
right
it's gonna
now.
go Metcalf, sir.
Keenan Allen,
Nah.
Mike Evans. Even though you're
Yeah,
tripping,
yeah,
he's a
yeah,
top 2 receiver, but you're tripping.
yeah.
I can't get too many hands. Matter of fact, let me just I cannot think of the ones off the top of my head. I gotta go to these stats. Let me see. CeeDee Lamb.
Oh yeah, that's number
So
one.
that's what 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 7. I say Brown from the Lions. That
Oh
was Cook.
yeah. Oh yeah. He a top
Okay,
five. He a top
that's
five.
that's 8. Let's see. Debo or IU, one of them.
No.
Neither one of them is top 10 receivers. Wow.
No.
Okay, AJ Brown.
Oh yeah,
If you
yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah,
tripping.
yeah. I'll put AJ Brown up there.
Amari Cooper,
No.
Michael Pittman Jr.
No.
Okay, so now I see where your
So he's like
delusion
9 or 10.
goes. I see where your delusion goes in. Okay,
No,
that
no,
makes
he
sense.
like 9 or 10. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't have players like him, like a wide receiver that is just like the big guy that you just got to throw it up and he'll go grab it. Like,
But he doesn't do that either that well. He doesn't.
yes, he does. He literally has
Fam,
highlight
fam,
tapes of him
fam,
hopping over people
fam,
and grabbing the
fam,
ball.
fam. I'm trying to stay. I'm trying to fam. He literally is ranked 18th in yards and catches. He's
Okay.
like he's like 12th or 15th in touchdowns. He's
Okay.
not he's not a top 10 receiver. Nakua is better than him.
His
Ayuk
quarterback
is
is
better.
Geno Smith.
Ayuk is better than him.
His quarterback is Geno Smith.
Go look at the years he had Russell Wilson. His stats was not that great. He's a good receiver. He's not top 10. I'm sorry.
He's a
You
top
are
10
going.
receiver.
He's not, and you're delusional.
No, I'm not.
You're thinking the fact that you called him Megatron is disrespectful to
How
Megatron.
is that
It
disrespectful?
really is. That's how I know you don't watch football for real. That's the crazy part. I
Oh
know you don't watch
my
football for real.
gosh.
You going straight off
Okay.
highlight. You a
Okay.
highlight guru. Highlight because Ayuk is better than DK Metcalf as a receiver. Nakua as a receiver. Yes, DK don't really run routes that well. If it ain't a bomb or something deep, he not really effective for real. And he gets frustrated too much
So
for
then why
me.
is he a receiver?
Where else you gonna put him?
Put him at tight end. Let him block a little bit.
He don't want to block for real. He just want to catch balls. He's a diva. He's a tall diva. What?
Nothing.
Tall diva.
Okay.
He
Okay.
don't catch ball for real. You're tripping. The fact that you didn't say Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, or Michael Pittman was a top 10 receiver, you're tripping, bro. You're
Nah.
delusional.
Put it in the
So
comments. Put it in the. Oh, speaking of
yeah,
well, give me whenever you were done. We could go over the comments.
yeah. We can go over the comments real quick because I mean, more or less, the Bills won. They beat the Steelers. I don't think nobody really talked about the game much, but shout out to the Steelers for making it competitive. Mike Tomlin, they need to get you some talent offensively, because it's a struggle to watch y'all try to score. Y'all defense is solid. Usually it's solid every year, but shout out to the Bills. And what game did I miss outside of that? Rams, Browns. I don't know what other game I missed, but more or less, yeah.
Okay, you want to hear these comments?
Sure.
So
Should have
this
been
is coming from
first.
the episode of when we were talking about Josh Allen is nothing without Diggs. I think that's episode
Mm-hmm.
13. Yeah, episode
Mm-hmm.
13. Um,
Did
what's
you
his
say that
name?
or I said that?
I think you said it.
I definitely did
No,
say
I said it.
that.
I said it. I
Yeah, I'll
said it.
say
I said
that said that sounds like
it.
something you would have said.
What's the name? Vinny Lincantation. Okay, said that's BS. He said if anything, it's the other way around. What you think of that?
That what Diggs is nothing without Allen.
Without Allen.
Probably. I mean, I think Diggs was a great talent. I think, but obviously this year has kind of been a bad year because of the fact that they have a run game now. And the way they guard Diggs is a lot different. They pretty much is basically double teaming Diggs and like daring anybody else to beat him. So it's
Yeah.
his stats won't really show this year as far as like how good he is. But he's still a top 5, top 10 receiver,
Yeah.
solidified.
I mean,
I don't think that
I wouldn't say that like him without Allen he would be nothing because I mean when he was at the Vikings he was doing good.
he was still
So
one of them dudes. So like, yeah,
yeah.
nah. But
So
nah. I don't necessarily agree with that. But I mean, I can understand it.
mhm.
I can understand where that comes from. Do you think a
Okay.
quarterback makes a receiver or the receiver makes a quarterback? That's the real question.
Oh gosh. I think that there's different it's different for every team. It's like you get it's different. It's different.
Okay, so for the Niners, who makes who? Does the quarterback make the receivers or the receivers make the quarterback?
I think
I want you to lie right now. I want you to lie. Go ahead and
the
lie.
quarterback makes the receiver. He gotta get you the ball, don't he? You could be open all you want, but if the quarterback can't hit you with the ball, you ain't gonna do nothing. Obviously, what happened in these past couple of games in the playoffs, all these receivers wide open, but the quarterback can't get the ball to them, and then that's why they lose the game. You need
So
the
you saying,
quarterback.
so you saying, so you saying without Brock Purdy, Debo, and Ayuk ain't shit. Is what you're. That's what you're telling
I'm
me.
not saying that. I'm just saying that
Ah,
they are as good as they are right now because Brock Purdy is over there, giving them
so
the
you say
ball.
so they're Brock Purdy made is what you're saying.
As of right now, yeah, because
Wow.
yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's different for every court. So, like, if we look at the Cowboys, right? CeeDee Lamb makes Dak Prescott because Dak Prescott don't make CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is that guy. If we look at the Dolphins, Tyreek Hill makes
So
Tua.
how? So how is it different for that than the Niner situation? How is Dak? So Dak, how is Dak? How is that situation different?
Then the Niners,
Yeah, because I can see this. So
because we
like for
actually got a
example,
good quarterback.
Tyreek Hill makes Tua, right? I think we can both agree to
Yes,
that. I
yes.
think Tyreek makes Tua. Jetta makes Kirk Cousins, relatively speaking, right?
I don't know if
Yes,
I can say that. I don't know if I can say
yes,
that. I don't know if I can say
yes,
that.
fam,
I don't know if I
don't.
can say that. Kirk Cousins
All right,
isn't
bro.
that bad. Kirk
He's
Cousins isn't
not.
that bad of a quarterback.
He's not better than Jettas, bro. What are we talking
He's
about?
not, but Jettas doesn't need Cousins to be Jettas. But also Cousins doesn't need Jettas to be Cousins.
Okay, bro. All right. But Dak was doing this before CeeDee Lamb got there. He was doing it with Amari Cooper.
Dak
What are
has
we
been
talking
horrible
about?
for a long time, sir.
Dak has never been horrible. Has he underperformed in the playoffs? Yes. But horrible and Trey Lance has been horrible.
Oh.
Jamarcus Russell's been horrible. Dak Prescott has just underperformed in the playoffs. I don't think he's ever been horrible.
Okay, well, we
That's
see
a
the
that
game on
is
the
a
line. We don't see Dak Prescott stepping up, so
Yeah, for sure. And so far, we haven't seen Brock Purdy either. So they in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's the same boat. Respectfully.
it's not the same boat. That
It
is
is,
not.
though. You know what I'm
Everybody
saying? We
knows
got it.
Dak Prescott ain't in no top 10 quarterback, but Brock Purdy is. So.
I think he still is. I think he's like hovering on he's been on the back end, but he's really, really on the back end. Now he like 11, 12 ish now,
Yeah, he like
confidently.
17, 18 over here.
Okay, now you're
Um,
tripping. You're tripping. The hate you got for Dak Prescott is crazy. I'll let you got it. You got it though. But yeah, no, I don't agree with that comment.
okay. I got one more comment for you.
For sure.
This is from Gold Tua. QC4242. He said two front running teams, Ravens and 49ers, fall behind in a playoff game and it's a wrap.
I disagree. I think it's more y'all than us, though. I'll say that.
Why?
I say that for sure. I think we are more capable of coming back from leads or being down than y'all are. I think so.
I think you've proved it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
And
you guys
y'all
have proved
haven't.
it.
And y'all
No.
haven't. Not yet, at least. Not this, not yet,
Yeah,
at least.
I think for us, it's if you can stop us from dropping like 30 on you in the first half, then you got a shot.
You're in a good
But
spot. You have a shot. Yeah.
yeah.
And it's very hard to do. Don't get me wrong; it's definitely hard
Hmm.
to do. But I think that we've seen moments of Lamar is able to come back or stuff like that. But I mean, it's a very valid argument. I mean, we definitely are two probably front running teams that we would rather play with a lead than play from behind. Pause. Um. So yeah, and I mean, I don't think
Resume.
that's a backup. And to be fair, I think previous years, I think with the Ravens, you could definitely say that because I know playing from behind, I did not want to do that with Lamar. Um. But I think now things are a little different, and I think that luckily for us, we put ourselves. Both teams put themselves in situations where they don't have to do that, right? Where I get the front running argument, but like when a team is good enough to where they don't put you where you don't have to be put in that situation, that's the point. You don't want to
Hmm.
have to play from behind if you don't got to. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end
Yeah.
of the day, most likely you're paying from behind because of errors you made that if you fix, you would actually win it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, it's
more or less,
not it's
whatever.
not the
Sound good.
ideal situation for any team to
What was his name
be.
again?
Gold Tua.
Go to oh he a Miami fan. He's just mad he got
Yeah.
sent on because clearly we see what happened when they play from behind. They get smacked. Nothing happens. He sound like a Miami
They
fan.
all went
So
cold.
they all went cold, man. Look. You know how you feel about Dak. I feel like that about Tua. Respectfully, I feel like that about Tua. Tua not that good. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. These
I don't think that. I don't think he's that
the
good.
ending of the season to playoffs is kind of been like,
Man,
I
he
don't
hasn't.
know,
They
man.
haven't. They the only win they got against a competitive team was against the Cowboys. Outside of that, they've been pretty much winless against any team above 500. If you're
Yeah.
telling me that you have to, and so you're telling me that
So
you
they have an
can't
easy
beat any good
schedule.
team. They had an easy schedule. You can't beat good teams, and the only way your team can really maximize its potential is that you got to play at home in the playoffs, and you mess that up by losing the last 2-3 games in a row. You're not that good. Yeah, not that good. I mean, obviously, duh, like injuries play a factor. They lost a lot of key players. I can't act like they didn't. They lost a decent amount of players to make a good line. But still, if Tua is supposed to be this quarterback, based off statistically speaking, outside of Brock Purdy, was the best quarterback statistically on paper the whole year, for you to lay an egg like this was embarrassing. And I
Yeah.
get it. You're not at home. You playing in icy conditions. I get that. But if you'd have took care of business like you were supposed to, you wouldn't have been in this situation.
Well,
That's what you get for losing to the Titans with fucking Will Levis and Thursday night.
hey, Will Levis ain't that bad, bro. He ain't that bad. You gotta watch out for him next season. Watch out for him.
They gonna draft another quarterback in a couple years and get rid of him. But go ahead, you got it.
Okay. Well, no, that's the last comment. So
All
that was it.
right, man. Well, I
Time for
think that wraps it
predictions.
up. Yeah, on to predictions, man. Honestly, finally our boys get to play now, right? Yeah. Oh, damn, we both play on Saturday. Fuck, why we could had it? What did that? Okay,
Well, we had
so
a
we
whole week
had.
off, so
No, I'm saying like both our teams play on Saturday, not Sunday. I thought it would be like one and one. So like they have us playing on Saturday. They didn't have the Bucks and
oh, because
yeah,
everybody wants to see those games.
yeah. So start with us, Texas at the Ravens. Who you got? You already know who I got.
Yeah, I know who you got.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You got this young
yeah,
quarterback coming
yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, he took care of
Now,
business the last game. The
yep,
team was on fire, getting some
yep,
pick sixes,
yep,
great coaching.
yep,
All of that to say they're gonna lose to
yeah, yeah. Now, to be fair to them, we played them week one this year. We played them already. We beat them. I think it was 9-25. It wasn't really close. However, clearly they're a different team than when we once played them. but we're a different team as well. I still am confident that we will win. I think that offensively we are, definitely we got to play our players back. Not gonna say our players back, but having a week off, being healthy, being able to establish a run game, I think we will see a lot more of Lamar legs in the playoffs because he didn't run all year, and we purposely didn't have a run for these moments, right? So I think Texans will not be able to handle that dynamic. I think CJ Stroud, as great as he will be, I don't think he played a defense like ours because I think that Cleveland defense is great as well, but they have hiccups, and I mean we have hiccups as well, but I'm not really scared of their wide receiving core outside of Nico. The running back Singletary is nice, but I think that Raquan Smith and Patrick Queen can handle that. And I think, like I said, I think it's going to be one in the trenches. I think if we could get pressure on CJ Stroud, make him a little uncomfortable, I think that'd be the answer to that game. So I got us winning. I
Yeah.
think we'll probably win by like 10. I think I got us winning by like 10.
Yeah, he unfortunately has to play a really, really good team as he's on fire right now. His team's just not Super Bowl ready yet. Um, but yeah,
But the
no, they
pressure's
they
on
just
though.
can't.
But
Yeah, it
I'll say
definitely
this though.
is.
I'll say this though. To be fair to the Texans, and I will give them credit, Lamar has pressure. The pressure's on Lamar.
Yeah.
Um,
No, because
Lamar.
we didn't think that they were gonna do this to the Browns, and they ended up doing it. But I just don't think they
Well,
can keep this momentum for 2 weeks.
not necessarily. I think the Browns were kind of like a sleeper pick in the sense like we was confident in them, but I think their defense has had moments of gaps, and I think we have as well. But I trust our defense more than theirs. But I'm saying it based on the fact that like Lamar, this is what you got the 250 for. This is
Hmm.
what they gave you this contract for. This is when it starts. Like this is when we see if he was worth that contract or not. The regular season shit, cool. We know you could do that. You've done that many a times. Right now, this is where his season starts. For
Hmm.
real, for real. So this is what I'm more interested in is what Lamar am I getting for the playoffs? You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to dictate how this is going to go, especially long term. Because he can't lay an egg. You know what I mean? And I think the last couple years in the postseason, he definitely underperformed. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I got my boys through and through, man. I'm rolling with the Ravens all day. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We trying to get to that Super Bowl. Uh Packers at Niners. Heard this game's supposed to be rainy, so it might be a little mix up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you go first, man. Well, actually, you want me to go first? Or you want me to go first? Or you got it?
You already know who I'm picking. Like,
Oh man,
it's bad,
damn,
bro. It's
it's
bad.
tough, man, because Jordan Lemon having a hell of a year. I want to pick the Packers. You know what I'm saying, just to do a little upset, man. It's hard, man, because it's the Niners, right? You know what I'm saying. The Niners is
A well-rested Niners, by the way. Let me add that in
who
there. And they're
cares?
at home.
Who cares? Ain't nobody care about none of that. Damn, do I jump out the window early? I think I might jump out the window. Ah,
Do it.
might jump out the window, man. You know what? Let's have some fun, man. I'm going with the Packers for the upset, man. I'm going with the Packers for the upset. I like what I've seen from Jordan Love. I'm not sure though. I know the run game won't be as effective as it was last
No.
yesterday. I don't think it was, but if he could give me somewhat similar to that, like I'm not even asking for like 118. Give me like 65, 70, maybe with a tug, just to keep the offense honest. I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be okay. Trust me, I have yet to see a team play or use the formula we did against y'all. I have yet to see the team, but I think a lot of teams don't really have the personnel to do it because you need certain
Mhm.
players in certain spots. We'll see if the Packers can pull it off. But yeah, I'm gonna pick the Packers, man. I'm gonna go with the upset. This is upset just because I feel like it. It's just because I feel like Jordan Love gonna outplay Brock Purdy and he gonna get this dub.
Okay.
Jordan Love go outplay Purdy. He gonna get this dub.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. Yeah. You gotta explain your team and why, sir. That's a part of the
Bro,
pod.
it's a fresh Niners coming off of a bye week,
Oh my
an
god, you're
elite
so
team
boring.
As long as Fred Warner shuts down the run game, we will be fine. Cause
You
they don't really got too many guys that can be a little shifty out there like that. And if they do, Ward's gonna stop that. So it's all good. And Lenore, if he has a good game, cool. If he doesn't, whatever. Like we gonna make up for it. But it's the Niners, bro. Like we're at home. We're well rested. You can't go against us.
okay?
And the Packers barely made it into the playoffs. And yeah, they did this to the Cowboys, but the Cowboys are choking artists when it comes to playoffs. So that's all it is.
Yes, all right. Overconfident Niner fantasy. All right, moving along. Um, Buccaneers at Detroit. Uh, yeah, I think I'm. Yeah, I got Detroit. Um, the Eagles definitely left a bad taste in my mouth, and I love Baker Mayfield. I think he's a gamer. I ain't gonna say I love Baker Mayfield. Let me not lie, but I do respect his game. He's definitely a gamer. It seemed like when the lights is brightest, he definitely comes to play. I think this wouldn't be no different. I think he'll come to play. I think this game will be close though. I think the Buccaneers would definitely. I think they got a little spark to them that they believe they could pull this off. Um, but I think the Detroit being at home again, them being one more step closer to the conference championship, got Detroit winning at home, probably just as much as like this. It's probably be a 3 point game, something relatively close like this one was. But yeah, I got Detroit.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking Detroit too, just because that's always been my sleeper team is Detroit.
Hmm.
I just think they're very well rounded. They got just phenomenal coaching that's going on over there. They're on fire. They got something to prove. You know, they finally got into the playoffs. They want to make a big impact, make some noise while they're there. Yeah. Mayfield though is very scary in the playoffs. He can just turn it on and go crazy if he wants to.
Hmm.
So that's why I would say it's a little bit of a toss up here, just because it's like you're going against Mayfield, and Mayfield's got some guys on that team too. So you don't want to just completely take them out of the equation, but I just don't think they will have enough to be able to get past the Lions. St. Brown is really going to do a number on them. So just watch that.
Just a quick little thing before we head out. Just said some news that said Derrick Henry doesn't plan on retiring, and that he trying to win the Super Bowl, and allegedly he might want to go to the Cowboys. That might help.
It's
That might
not.
help.
It's not.
That
They
might
got bad
help.
juju over there. You
That
can't.
might that
No,
might
just
help. And
don't.
y'all don't. Y'all
Nah.
don't. Let's
Nah.
talk about it. The Niners ain't won the Super Bowl since the 90s. We weren't even born. No, we were 2 years old since they won
Uh-huh.
the championship.
Uh-huh.
The only thing different between y'all and them is that y'all got a little bit closer. A little bit
We've
closer.
been in the
That's
Super Bowl.
it. And lost every single time. What's
It
y'all
was
0
two
2 now?
times.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Y'all lost both times.
Yeah, but at least we
See,
could make it to a Super Bowl
that's fine. What's the point of making it if you're going to lose too?
because you're the best in the NFC. We
Who
proved it
cares?
twice.
And y'all lost twice because y'all wasn't the best team
But
in the
we
league.
still
Because
proved
you're not the best
twice
team in the
that we're the best
league.
team in the
You're not the best team in
NFC.
the
That's
league.
okay, but we at least have proven we're the best team in the NFC, which the Cowboys
That's
cannot say.
cute. That's cute. Who cares about being the best team in the NFC? When y'all lose, it's about winning the
It's
Super
okay.
Bowl.
We going back this year and we gonna take it. It's all good. Calm down, sir. Calm
Yeah,
down.
you're right. Anyway, to end it, Chiefs versus the Chiefs at the Bills to end the Sunday night cap off.
This is the
Another
hard one for me.
another Mahomes and Josh Allen duel.
Gosh.
This time it's in Buffalo, not Kansas City. Definitely a lot more at stake, I think, for both teams, but more or less for Josh Allen. And I'm going with the Bills, man, straight and simple. That's just how I'm going. I think Josh Allen, him being at home, having home field advantage this time. I think the crowd is definitely going to be a lot more hyped for this game just because they know there's so much animosity and beef between these teams because literally the Chiefs have been the reason why the Bills have not made it to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I got the Bills, man. I think this time they on their home field and they got a chance to get to the AFC Conference Championship where they're gonna lose eventually, but at least they got there.
Yeah, whatever. Um, yeah, I'm going Bills too. I just that team
Wow.
is red hot right now.
Oh
Um,
wow.
I
Why you go with
don't
the Chiefs, man?
I
Be
because
different. Stop picking the
nah,
same teams
that
I'm picking.
offense. I'm
Pick a
not.
different team.
I picked the Niners, you
I
picked
picked
the
the
Packers.
Packers. Huh?
I picked the Niners and you picked the Packers. We picked different
Who
this
can?
time.
Yeah, no. Pick a We knew that was a given. That was a given. We would literally would pick the same team every time if I didn't be different. Pick the Chiefs. You want to pick the Chiefs. You want to. You
I
know you
kinda
do.
do. I
You
kinda
want to pick the
do.
Chiefs.
I
Pick the
kinda
Chiefs.
do.
Let your nuts hang, bro. We have the same record right now.
It's
Literally,
like
it is what it is. Either
I
you
just
go
take a
win or
gamble.
you gonna lose. Take a
Why
gamble.
are
Why
you convincing
not?
me to go against my gut feeling right
Because it's
now?
boring, man. You keep picking on the same teams, bro.
All
Pick somebody
right,
different.
fine. All right. Why don't you pick the
Jesus.
Chiefs then? Dang.
I already picked the Packers. I think that's a well enough difference, brother.
All right, fine. I'm going Chiefs. Um, I was gonna say I
Jesus.
feel like the Bills are finally gonna beat Mahomes, but it's also Mahomes. Like Mahomes in the playoffs is very, very scary. I've seen people predict that the Chiefs are gonna make it to the Super Bowl again this year, and I'm like, I don't know about that, but you also can't 100% count it out because they have Mahomes. Even though their like receiving core is not good, Kelsey's not doing good. Their defense is what's really been holding them down. So as long as their defense can go into Buffalo and shut down Josh Allen and Diggs, and Gabe Davis, it's gonna be hard, but I guess I'm picking the Chiefs. I'm picking the Travis Kelce's, the Kansas City
Well,
Travis Kelce's.
feel like this. It might work out in your favor. I guess there was an article that or not a report that came out that the Bills may need to cancel practice this week due to a 2 feet of snow and travel ban. So they're going to probably have to not practice this week and just go straight into plan. So Chiefs probably might got the upper hand, man. They might have to postpone that game too. Okay, they said the game going to be
Not
-3 degrees. So
again.
it's gonna be chilly in Buffalo, man. Get your jackets, get your warmies, get your long johns, all that, man. So yeah.
All
Well,
right. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. What
yeah.
happened now?
Oh, not that I've seen a video. There was like, you ever seen a pot? You got a bottle can opener?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody had a video of a bottle can opener, but it was a dog's butthole.
What
That was
are
the
you
bottle can
watching while
opener.
we are podcasting? What are you
I
doing,
was
bro?
scrolling through Twitter, bro. I can see. I'm gonna share
Why
it
are
with. I'm gonna
you
send it to you in
scrolling
the
through
DM
Twitter right now? No, don't
because
send
I
that to me. I want to see no
yeah.
dog booty hole.
I just shared it with you, bro. It's not a real dog booty hole, but it was a dog booty hole. Yeah, that's
All
where.
right,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Well, there you go. Another episode 20 of the Fourth Rounders, man. We out here doing our thing. Season's coming to an end real soon, so we'll think of some stuff and maybe we'll let you guys know what we're gonna be up to during the off
yeah,
season.
man. Season's
So
almost coming to an end, man.
yeah, we got a couple more weeks.
Season
Yeah,
two.
season 2 of us doing the pod.
Man, I
So
ain't gonna lie. Yeah, let's
um
wrap this up. I gotta go do some
okay.
damage to a bathroom, respectively.
Okay.
Uh,
Well,
yeah.
like, share,
Like I said,
subscribe, send it to a friend, 5-star rating, all the good stuff. Leave us some comments. We'll talk to y'all later because deuces to y'all, but Twee's gonna go drop a deuce as well. So
thanks, bro. Yeah, let's wrap
see
this
y'all
up, man.
later.
Yeah.
Deuces.